Do you want to introduce this episode?
I mean, have I done that before?
Don't know, have you?
Well, let's find out when I do it now.
It's meandering movies. It's meandering movies. It's meandering movies. So won't you lend an ear?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Meandering Movie Podcast. I am one of your hosts for this week, the big bad your boy, Gavin. And sitting across from me, looking dashing as always, is...
Gary.
And, of course, Audio Boys, chilling in the corner.
What up?
And he'll drop in and out, usually to disparage something I say or do. But not when Gary farts, apparently. I hope the mic picked that up. This week... apparently, maybe it did. Maybe it did pick up.
That was my tummy rumbling.
We've got a great topic.
I can stop the recording and find out if it got picked up if you want.
No, let's leave it a mystery.
It's a mystery. Someone might hear it, and if they do, you're welcome, guys.
You'll find out in the edit. We'll find out when we listen to the episode goes live. Write in about your thoughts on Gary's fart.
If you can hear it.
If you can.
And if not, write in and let us know that you want to hear more, because we can do a whole episode. I'll eat
Gary
a
can
tub
get on
of
all
beans,
fours. We can put a mic up.
get in a bath, make the old homeless man jacuzzi.
What?
Homeless man jacuzzi.
What's a homeless man jacuzzi?
You eat a whole tin of beans, get in the bath, just go to town.
Is that a thing?
I don't know. Should be now.
We should get a lighter as well and just try and light your farts on fire. I mean, we go full teenager.
Teenage boys.
Yeah. We should live the teenage boy life again.
This is why we don't let you do the introductions.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. So this week's episode, we have a great one lined up. So Endgame just became the second highest.
This isn't a Marvel episode, though.
No, it's definitely not a Marvel.
For anyone that just heard that word and went, "Oh,
more Marvel."
This isn't a Marvel episode.
This is not a Marvel episode. This is just
It's a Marvel.
This is an episode
fact.
we've wanted to do for a while, and then this news came out, and so we've been able to kind of.
It ties in.
Yeah. So Endgame just got. You've got the facts there, Gary. Give us the facts.
Endgame is current gross as of the most recent reading.
Yeah.
I don't know.
When this podcast goes live, it'll be
off the gross
vastly different
meter. Is 2,192,161,748 worldwide, which is
a fuck ton of money.
It's a shit ton of money. But it's also, and this is where the episode comes in, $600 million away from being the highest grossing movie of all time, not adjusted for inflation.
And when this episode inevitably goes up, because we don't know when this one's going to go live, it could be the highest grossing film.
It could be
time.
by the time this goes up, I mean in a week, 2 weeks when it hits the shelves, for your consumption, like a tin of beans, it could have broken it, and it looks like it's on track to do so as well. It looks like it's definitely going to hit it's going to become the highest grossing film of all time.
But the crazy thing is, and where this is all leading to, is that for the last 10 years...
Since 2009.
Since 2009, somehow the highest grossing film of all time, and has continued to be, is James Cameron's Avatar.
Yeah.
And we want to talk about how the fuck is James Cameron's Avatar, not only that it is, but has continued to be the highest grossing film of all time, despite the fact it
should be Shrek 2.
It should be Shrek 2. Bigs up to... I've forgotten the band's name.
Smash Mouth.
Smash Mouth. Big up to Smash Mouth. How... You've really threw me off with Shrek 2.
You're welcome.
How is Avatar the highest grossing film, despite the fact it's had no cultural impact whatsoever since it came out?
And there's your episode title. Play the intro. Let's get into it. It's a long one, Gav. So honestly, marketing.
That has got to be...
It's got to be it.
Some of the most monumentally brilliant marketing, and why has no one else done it again since?
But then, right, so because, if I remember correctly, 2009, I was a wee boy of only 17.
Jesus Christ, they're getting worse. This is going to be the title, like Avatar Number one film of all time, parentheses, Gary's farts.
We can edit them out.
No, we're going to edit to like...
I could. I won't. I won't.
He's going to
help it.
He's going to like strengthen it so you can hear it even more.
I have IBS.
I'll duplicate it.
He's going to lessen our voices. He's going to up your fart. He's going to... Audio Boy's going to do all sorts of... It's going to be like...
I feel like we're going to lose a significant portion of our listenership.
Yeah. Listeners?
If we have a fart episode.
I mean, you're the one that's farting it, ain't
I
you?
can't
What's the
help
greatest
it.
movie fart of all time?
Right. I got a problem with movie farts. In this fact that I think they recorded like 10 fart sound effects ages ago. And like the Wilhelm scream.
Or frogs.
Or frogs, it's the same fart noises you get in every single movie.
Except
and there's
Dumber and Dumber.
There's that loud one that you get. There's the one with the squeak at the end. When we in our Scooby-Doo commentary, actually, we talk about it.
If that ever goes up.
Well, but yeah, there's that.
But how great, we all agreed, and even I agreed, and if you ever hear that commentary, people, we all agreed that there's one tremendous fart joke in that movie that even got me laughing. Because all the fart...
sound editing on it was so spot on.
All the fart jokes got you because, as we have both agreed, you are a big man child. But none of the fart jokes would get me, and I was like, really, we're laughing at fart jokes. And literally, as I said that, there was the best fart joke I've ever seen in a movie, and it fucking... I crumpled.
Us. It's great. So yeah, fart noises is why
There
Avatar.
are no fart noises in James Cameron's Avatar.
That's why it hit the top grossing.
But does it... This has continued to boggle my mind, because I don't have a lot to think about. I'm quite just... I just sit around and think about movies. And Avatar being number one... Just how
it's mad. So yeah, to continue my point without an interruption
from your
from my
fart, your farts.
Marketing. So Avatar came out at the... I don't want to say it wasn't the peak, but it was at the kind of cusp of 3D film technology, right?
Yeah, like 3D was... There were dabblings on 3D,
but
but
a lot of it was that cheap...
Yeah.
Whoa, the sword's coming out of the screen!
She's throwing knives and it's coming at your face.
It was all that really overly tacky, cheap, and this is where I think 3D as a thing fell on its ass, because everyone then expected to go see a 3D film, and when it wasn't doing that ridiculous gimmick 3D, everyone went, it was a bit shit though, because nothing was flying at my face. And that was never the highlight of 3D. The point of 3D was to add depth to a screen.
To immerse you in a moment.
In the moment.
Which Avatar does really well at points.
So Avatar was coming out at the same time that 3D was reaching its fever, peak fever. And they rode that, because at the time they were saying it was the...
I mean, James Cameron bet his entire franchise on the technology and has continued to do that with the subsequent ones that are going to be coming out in like 2020, 2021, 2022. But apparently the reason, I think I've said this before in the podcast, the reason it's taken so long to get Avatar 2, 3, and 4 is he had to invent a whole new form of 3D technology so that he could film 3D underwater.
So are these films going to be coming out in 3D only, or are they going to have 2D releases?
I mean, I think with just how unpopular... Because 3D is now dead.
3D's done. I have a 3D TV that I gave
my
my mum and dad.
There are still 3D showings of things, but it's like, compared to what it used to be, where it was 50-50, or sometimes...
Some things only had 3D viewings for the first week.
And then it would just go down to 2D. But now it's like, everything's 2D, and there's maybe one screen that has your 3D showings. So if Avatar comes out and it's only 3D, it's going to do one of two things. It's either going to rejuvenate the 3D movie industry, which
is not likely.
It's not going to happen. Or two, it's just going to cause that movie to bomb hard, which I think no matter what happens, that movie...
Wouldn't it be great if Avatar 1 was the highest grossing film of all time for 10 years, and then Avatar 2 comes out and is the biggest box office bomb of all time? Wouldn't that just be so...
It'd
tasty.
It'd be poetry. It would
It
rhyme.
would be poetry. Poetry in motion.
Jar Jar's the greatest character we've ever made. It's like poetry. It rhymes. That's my George Lucas. If anyone's ever watched the behind the scenes of the making of The Phantom Menace, George Lucas has some beautiful one-liners in that.
What is he? Jar Jar's the greatest thing.
Jar Jar's the greatest character I've ever created.
He's not saying that seriously though, is he?
He's like, oh yeah, he's the funniest one we've ever made.
What?
He's like, he bet his everything on Jar Jar being the character that would like take off and be the next like cultural icon.
Misa sad.
And he just became one of the worst things.
Misa want to go home, Obi-Wan. Is Obi-Wan even in that? It is Obi-Wan, isn't it?
Yeah.
Man, I cannot remember the Phantom Menace at all.
Oh, we should do a commentary on the original prequels.
I remember Jar Jar Binks. I remember Jar Jar Binks' dad was voiced by Brian Blessed.
Yes.
I remember Pod Racing.
Yes.
And all right, so when I say I remember these things, what I mean is I distinctly remember that. I've got nothing that supports
it. You have no tertiary knowledge? Tertiary knowledge. Tertiary knowledge.
Yeah, I've got, when I remember Darth Maul. I don't remember what his motives were. I don't remember what he does in the film. I remember Darth Maul, how he looks, but that's about it.
The only thing I remember liking...
I remember those catapults that threw big blue balls because I had a toy of it. It used to throw little blue balls.
Yeah, that fucking...
The Gungan droid fight.
That Gungan droid fight was fucking absolute nonsense shite.
You said that, Gungan droid fight, and my eyes looked at you going... That what
was that racial slur?
What did you just say? Was that a
I
sentence?
don't really know that because I'm pretty sure it was like if you ever played Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah, obviously.
That was like the first mission. I think.
I remember the one on the PlayStation 1, the Star Wars game. I never can find it, but I remember playing the crap out of that. Yeah, Phantom Menace was just a bad.
Do you know what's amazing is they made Phantom Menace, which is bad, and you think can't get worse than that, and then they made Attack of the Clones, and it's like fuck, it could get worse. How did he do it?
In Attack of the Clones, Jango Fett is there, isn't he?
Yes, he's
and
on.
You find
Kamino.
out that Jango Fett is
the father of Boba Fett.
But when we say father, he's actually the clone father of Boba Fett.
I think so.
And all of the stormtroopers are clones, but Jango went, can I have a clone that ages normal? I'm going to raise him like my son for some reason.
But I think they also said that...
Why did he do that? But does Jango Fett not die in that film?
Yeah. No, he dies. Yeah, he does. Mace Windu chops his head off.
So...
In the most boring fucking... It's like, here it is, Mace Windu versus Jango Fett. And you go, head chopped off. Done. So, all right, okay, cool. That was like...
Why are the Feds always dying in shit ways?
Yeah, it's a real shit. Also, his helmet rolls off, but there's no head inside, so he was a ghost. Jango Fett was a ghost the whole entire time.
Oh
He's
my
been
God.
dead for 10 years. But then it was also the thing they said. Oh, I don't even know about the clone troopers and the stormtroopers and.
Well, the clone,
John Boyega doesn't look like the guy from.
No, but that's in the. I know. I actually know the answer to this one because those ones in the new ones aren't. They're not stormtroopers nor clone troopers because I think stormtroopers are still clone troopers, but they're called stormtroopers now. But in the latest Star Wars films, John Boyega and all the rest of them are they're indoctrinated children into the First Order, so they're not using the clones anymore. They are like actual
the Spartans from the Halo franchise.
Pretty much, yeah. They're exactly,
but
pretty much.
And so, of course, now circling back to Avatar, obviously, because clone troopers, Avatar. I mean, you say the marketing is the reason that film.
I think it massively helps.
Plus
so I think
plus
the marketing,
technology,
the 3D, the visual element to it,
because wasn't that,
and it had James Cameron's name in it. Because I think at that time James Cameron was still in that almost Spielberg-esque
godlike.
He was only
cinema.
doing winners. Everything he touched turned to gold.
Yeah.
So he's having the Cameron name whacked on this Avatar by James.
Oh
Cameron.
boy, is that name tarnished?
Right.
No.
What else has Cameron done?
Since then, all he's done is...
No, but up until that point, James Cameron had done...
Terminators, The Abyss...
Titanic.
And Titanic was like, people went apeshit for that movie. So he was really riding the wave or the iceberg
Terminators,
of that.
The Abyss, meh, kind of.
I like The Abyss.
We talked about it before. It's a mess.
It is a mess, but it's a good film. I've got like a cult following. And
if you want to hear I'll talk about The Abyss, you can. It's the Twinography episode, isn't it?
Yeah.
One of our first episodes. Now, it's in the Twinography episode. It has nothing to do with the actual subject matter.
No, we just started
but
talking.
We talk about it a lot.
I like talking. I like the Abyss.
So my point, so slapping Cameron on Avatar, it meant you had the buzz. Everyone talking about the 3D.
It had Hollywood's biggest name at the time, Sam Worthington.
And
where the fuck is he now?
What's her name?
Zoe Saldana.
Ellen Ripley.
Sigourney Weaver.
Zoe Saldana I don't count in that because I didn't know that she was in that until this Avengers fact was kicking about.
You didn't know that was Zoe Saldana?
I had no clue.
I mean,
because it's not like it looks like Zoe Saldana.
I mean, it kind of like.
It doesn't look like.
I mean, they
Zoe
put
Saldana.
all the dots.
The
in her
Sam
face.
Worthington avatar looks like Sam Worthington.
I mean, here's the incredible thing: is somehow they made the plainest man in all of America look even more plain but blue.
Sigourney Weaver.
I love Sigourney Weaver.
She looks banging as an avatar.
Oh, she looks banging no matter what she's doing.
Right?
Sigourney Weaver,
Ghostbusters,
yes.
Sigourney
Alien.
Weaver, I think, introduced
Let's not forget-
young Gary to
Let's not forget
sexuality.
Ellen Ripley at the end of Alien when she's changing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I didn't see that when I was a kid.
Just shut up, audio boy. You were still in diapers.
I mean, the first time I saw it was this year.
That's true, but when
yeah,
it was,
that is accurate.
he has an incontinence problem.
Yeah, Ghostbusters, man. Ghostbusters, Ellen Ripley.
Oh yeah. Well, her name
Sigourney
isn't
Weaver.
Ellen Ripley. Her name's
What's her
Sigourney
name
Weaver.
What's her name in Ghostbusters? Dar
Ripley Ellen.
Dar something. Darla? Is it Darla?
I think this is something for audio boy to look up.
Fact check. So yeah.
I mean,
so it had all these buzzwords. Marketing around it was doing
I remember them
incredibly well.
One of the things I remember is the budget for the film,
It was massive. wasn't it?
including the marketing, was like 500 million. But you take out the marketing, it wasn't that crazy high because, like you said, they spent so much on the marketing for that film.
I also want to say this, and I could be
I feel
wrong
like
on
I
this.
remember it being like kind of seen as the way Endgame is now, where it's like the biggest event in cinematic history.
Yeah,
because it was
exactly.
a full 3D movie kind of thing.
And that's the thing. This is kind of going on to my next point. I think it may have just been at the right time in social
She
media
played
history.
Dana Barrett.
Dana
Dana
I knew it was a
Barrett.
duh. I think it might have been at the right point in social media history in the sense that they had a marketing campaign which hit all the buzzwords, but then it was getting shared on everything. Because I think
Plus, also, I guess the 3D experience because it's still just because all three of us wear glasses, so 3D is a hassle for us having to like either you got to buy lenses or you got to try and put on the stupid 3D glasses over your glasses.
Yeah.
None of it works and it's shite, and it's one of the main reasons why I hate 3D. But
I don't like it anymore because it's so dark.
it's also very. A lot of things are like when you go watch. I've not watched a 3D showing of something maybe since I think one of the Resident Evil films.
Yeah.
Don't stroke my feet.
Resident Evil 3D.
Yeah, like she throws
That stupid trope of
she
just
just
"Oh,
throws
we-
things at the screen.
We got a third film? Yeah, stick a D on it. Make it a 3D one.
Throw things at the screen.
3D
Done.
Done.
Get out there.
Sorted.
But
Shout out to
Amityville.
Piranha 3 Double D.
Piranha 3 Double D.
Yeah.
And it's just the poster was a piranha in front of a big old pair of titties.
Fun fact: one of the first films that James Cameron ever directed was a Piranha movie.
Was it?
Yeah,
The piranha films, like the line of the horror films.
yeah, he did one of those Piranha movies.
Well, there you go. I did
The
not know
originals
that.
were like the 60s, so it wasn't the originals.
He did a Piranha movie. But yeah, so the 3D technology. Would you stop trying to play footsie with me? What was I going to say? Yeah, the 3D experience that Avatar offers is still the best
Yeah, still very good looking.
because James Cameron's understanding of movies, cinema, and how it can affect people works so well in that movie. Because there's the moment where Jake Sully is in Avatar mode, and it's him and Neytiri. Yes, I remember these characters' names. And they're in like that forest, and there's like little floaty light things
Oh, those living dandelion
Yeah,
puffs, but
they're
they
like
glow.
coming out of the screen and floating around you, and it's like, holy fuck, that I'm in the Avatar world.
Yeah,
It is a
yeah.
cool thing. But once you see that film once, because I know people that saw it like 5 or 6 times, and I'm like, why? Because it's not a short movie either.
Yeah.
It's like over 2.5 hours, maybe. It's stupidly long.
Mm.
Once you've had that experience once, that's it.
Yeah.
Because the magic's worn off because you've experienced it. And then
2 hours 42.
there you go, 2 hours, 42 minutes. And once the magic of the 3D's worn off, then you've just got Fern Gully. And I don't want to sit through Fern Gully for 2 hours
And
and 42
Pocahontas.
minutes. And Pocahontas. Because that's the thing about Avatar. The marketing,
Jake Sully and Fern Gully. I just wanted to appreciate the rhyme there.
the marketing was amazing and it did its job. The 3D technology was amazing and James Cameron knew how to utilize it. But you take those two elements away and you just have a really boring film
Mm.
that looks nice.
Oz the Great and Powerful has done my favorite 3D trick ever. Did you see that? James
Yes,
Franco.
yeah, the Sam
Mila
Raimi one.
Kunis. Yeah. Right at the beginning, the film's in a I'm going to say 3:4, but I know that's not
Yeah,
right. It's in a reduced
Yeah.
screen ratio. And then he lets go of
14:3.
14:3, that's it. He lets go of a dove because he's doing his magic trick. And the dove flies outside of the screen ratio, but it stays on the cinema screen.
Yeah.
But it goes into the black. So by that point, you've been watching the film for maybe 20 minutes, so you're used to the screen ratio. And then that happens. And if you watch that in 3D, I remember at the time going, like,
There's a fucking bird in here,
well,
people.
I genuinely was massively surprised. And then once I realized what it had done, because I went back, because I had it on Blu-ray. I went back and I rewatched it.
Oz the Great and Powerful.
Someone bought me it.
Okay, I hope you're not friends with them anymore.
But I went back and watched it and I went, that's so clever, because it's doubling up. It's doubling up on, here's a 3D camera trick, but we're going to make it seem even better because we've tricked you into just accepting the 14:3 ratio.
I mean, if there's one thing Sam Raimi's great at, it's just great visual kind of like trickery.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, what cinema kind of is, visual trickery.
So, yeah. So, I think the reason it got so big is marketing, fundamentally.
Yes.
Because you're right. If you want to, if we move further into the film, the actual film itself is just
Real boring.
and performance-wise, I mean, I can't remember it. Well
the performance capture technology they used holds up. It still looks all right.
Yeah.
But it's like, who the fuck cares? It's like, it's those two blue characters running around,
Fucking
not falling in love, but then falling in love, fucking trees, fucking animals. And then there's a big, and they're just wanting to mine unobtainium, dumbest fucking name of something in a movie ever. And then
it's such an obvious piece of exposition as well.
Oh, and it's like
it's so painfully
It's James Cameron
obvious.
going like, look, here's the MacGuffin. This is the MacGuffin.
Yep.
It's called unobtainium.
called
Okay,
unobtainium.
you've seen that? Now, don't ever
guess
think
what?
about it again.
We can't get it. We can't get the unobtainium.
Why? Because it's below a big tree. Which tree? The tree in which all the blue people live in.
The spirit tree.
Let's just shoot a bunch of rockets at them.
Wait, did you? Yeah, you said she's Neytiri. They're the Navi, right?
Yeah, they call the Navi. Her name's Neytiri.
That's it.
His
I can't
name
remember
is
which way around it was.
Jake Sully.
Jake Sully. Her name
Fern Gully.
Fern Gully.
Jake Sully, Fern Gully.
Jake Sully,
I
Fern
think I
Gully.
went to school with a Fern Gully.
Do you know what's amazing though? Is that Avatar is the highest grossing movie of all time, and it's led by Sam Worthington. Can anyone?
Well, I'm looking into this here.
Ooh.
It's only the highest grossing film of all time if you don't adjust for inflation.
yeah. If you adjust for
if
inflation,
you do, it's 14th.
Gone
yeah,
with the wind.
Gone with the wind and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Smashes it. I don't understand that.
Well, the adjusted for inflation thing.
Yeah.
Well, right after the 2008 stock market crash is probably the reason behind that.
What?
There was a stock market crash.
Yeah. What does that mean? Money's money.
2008. So therefore,
If it makes $2.5 million, they're still making $2.5 million.
money was worth less.
But ticket prices didn't half.
So then inflation was at its highest point, basically, or something. I don't know. It was
Yeah,
weird.
in 2009,
I'm not sure how finance works.
In
Neither am I. That's
2009,
why I'm saying
But
nothing.
basically,
I didn't go to the cinema and they went, "Are you here to see Avatar?" Yeah. Due to the stock market crash, tickets are only £5 today.
So
'cause-
in 2008, 2009, the inflation was much higher than like it is like now. Because usually you'd kind of think, oh, money's been getting gradually more and more worth.
like
less
how
kind of thing.
$5,000 back in the 40s is like 50 grand today.
Yeah. But like there was a specific point
Or-
in 2008, 2009 where it was really, really bad
Right.
for all the time.
Just after World War I in Germany, when you left your house to buy a loaf of bread, it could be 10 rubies, and then by the time you get to the shop, it's 100 rubies because the inflation was so out of control.
Yeah.
I didn't know what.
Rubies!
I didn't.
Just fucking pounds, pennies.
What, in Germany in 1920?
I thought you meant it just in our country.
No, I was talking about Germany because they
Oh.
got fucking shafted after World War One.
There's a euro, I think.
That didn't exist
Yeah,
then.
that didn't exist.
Well, then
You big fucking plank.
it's not rubies.
It was the first thing that came to my head. All right.
Don't call me a big fucking plank when you thought
Marks.
everyone in Germany was going around fucking using
Marks
rubies.
was the currency.
Yeah, Marx, because of Karl Marx.
Who's Mark?
Karl Marx.
Big Mark.
Okay.
Hey, Mark, can I have some marks?
Mark.
Do you know what they're not? Do you know what they're not
Wow.
enough of these days? And Sam Mendes is going to fix this soon.
Is it Marks?
There is not enough.
Mark Mendes.
good World War One movies. And
Oh, fuck World
Sam
War One
Mendes'
films.
World War One film.
World War
cannot
One.
wait
Here's any film set in history is boring.
No, it
because
isn't. You're
It
fucking
is.
boring with your.
World War One films are boring because you
No.
know what's happening at the end. We
That's-
win.
That's fucking moronic.
It's just they're
It's
boring.
not about how it ends. It's about the journey of the
journey of the
characters, you
people in the
fucking
war.
plank.
Oh, they all start off and they don't know each other, but then they make brothers. Rah.
Brothers
I've
in
seen it.
arms.
I've seen it all. Everyone's fucking seen all the World War
No.
history films. They're boring.
You're boring. You're stupid. You're shite.
Saving Private Ryan. I've never seen it. I've no
I hate
interest in
so
watching
much.
it as well.
So fucking good that movie.
No, I'm with Gavin on this one. Saving Private Ryan. Oof.
I honestly,
God.
no doubt. I just have no interest. I have no interest in watching. Same
Have you
with
seen the-
gangster films.
Yeah,
Godfather,
I don't give a shit about gangster
Saving
films.
Private Ryan.
Have I ever shown you the intro of Saving Private Ryan? But they've cut it to. They've basically done the same thing as Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, where they've cut it to Mr. Blue Sky by ELO.
No, you've never shown
It's
me
like
that.
this really graphic, like action, like storming the beaches of
Please
Normandy, set
don't
to
let
ELO.
the first time you see that incredible achievement in cinema be set to Mr. Blue Sky, because that is an experience that I want you to just have.
It's honestly fine. I'll watch it with the because I'm never going to watch it otherwise.
I'm going to make you watch it.
I'm not watching.
If you're going to
it.
make me watch Skyscraper, I'm making you watch Saving Private
Because
Ryan.
Skyscraper we will actually enjoy.
No, I won't.
You will.
I'll fucking hate it.
Whereas Saving Private Ryan, I'm going to watch it and I'm going to think,
No, you're not.
No, I bawled my eyes out. I wasn't expecting a lot. I haven't cried like that in a
It's
long
got Vin
time.
Diesel in it.
wait, sorry guys, listen to this noise I'm making.
Do you know why? See, this is why this
I'll make
podcast
that
would,
louder, don't worry.
this podcast would fail without me, because we need someone who knows something about cinema to be here to talk about it. Not Mr. Skyscraper over there who gets all happy and chunky watching Dwayne The Rock Johnson copy
and
Die
chunky.
Hard. You're the worst. I can't believe I let you play footsie with me earlier. I feel disgusting now.
So yeah. Anyway,
How many times have you seen Avatar?
back when it first came out, I remember we watched it a lot because we had the
In the
Blu-ray,
cinema? Also, like,
had the 3D TV. Well, that's the thing. I think in the cinema I saw it once.
Yeah,
and
same.
then I had because my mum and dad were blown away by the technology.
a lot of old people were.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say old people. Shout out to mum and dad. You're average aged.
Love you, Jenny. Haven't met Daddy.
That was
Gary
real
yet,
creepy,
but-
by the way. Did you see?
Oh,
Love you, Jenny.
yeah,
Haven't
pepperoni.
met Daddy. Just like
Pepperoni and mozzarella.
what?
I'd like to pretend they're pizzas. Or they're pieces of pizza.
Well,
Pepperoni,
hopefully-
mozzarella.
Hopefully they don't get trapped in
The
a pizza
Copeland
oven.
family.
I like that. That's
The
cute.
Copeland family is dough
Pizza.
that keeps us all together.
You're the Gary Lick. No. Never mind.
Gary lick bread. Now, so once in the cinema, and
And then
then
like a bunch on Blu-ray.
Audio Boy.
I saw it in the cinema in 3D.
What age were you? 6.
No.
You must have fucking loved it though, because you would have been young.
It was 2008, 9.
2009.
So you must
2009.
have fucking.
I would have been 12 years old.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I thought it was really, really long.
I suppose
I
12.
thought the film finished halfway through. I was like, okay, that's the end. That was okay. The 3D it looked cool, and then it just kept going for another hour and 20 minutes.
Wow. Do you know what's amazing is what I just heard from that description is Audio Boy has been the same person since he was 12 years old. Yeah. Because literally he'll come home from seeing something in the cinema. I was like, oh, how was it? And that's exactly how he describes
it,
movies
one
now.
review.
Just like,
What I'm interested in, talking about the technology of Avatar, and what I'm more interested in is where the technology is going to take us going forward.
I mean, that James
With
Cameron
films.
had to spend 10 years inventing a whole new technology just to film 3D underwater.
Why
It's quite incredible.
have they not made a VR movie?
There've been attempts at it, but I think the restriction in the technology has always made it not really come out good.
Do you know why they couldn't regularly film 3D underwater? What difference does that
Because the
Light refraction.
because it's multiple cameras.
make? Ah, shit, yeah.
Yeah, and when the light hits the water and then comes back at the camera,
Yeah.
it just doesn't work. So he had to create a way that he could film his movie underwater in 3D with his multi-camera rig that would stop that refraction problem. I can't speak today.
But yeah, I'm kind of on the subject of Avatar. I'm more interested in talking about where the next technological advancement in cinema is going to be.
Well, it's not 4DX, that's for sure.
Oh, God,
fuck
exactly.
that.
Because I would have thought VR after getting the VR headset, HTC Vive, and experiencing a few things in that. I mean, I get
but
why.
The two problems there is, one, the technology just isn't there yet, and two, it's not advancing quick enough because VR has not taken off as big as people thought it was going to.
Yeah.
It went huge and then just dropped off.
Mm-hmm. As most technologies do.
Yeah.
What about more like Cloverfield, Hardcore Henry, first person stuff?
No. Like, Hardcore Henry was a great experiment on YouTube, and I enjoyed. The movie was alright, but I've never had a headache that bad in a movie than when I watched Hardcore Henry.
I don't mind the found footage stuff with Cloverfield. I didn't bother with Hardcore. I saw the YouTube short film.
I'm so glad we're done with the found footage thing, though, because 90% of those films were just trash.
Yeah.
And 90% of those films is people explaining why they're filming something or asking, like, stop filming, and then they continue to film. That's all, like, they have to spend so much time in those movies. You'd be like, why are you filming? Oh, I'm filming this.
So you tell me, movie man, where's the next step in cinema technology?
Technology?
I'm going to say... No, I'm not movie man.
I don't know what the next step in movie technology is, but the next step in... I guess the next step in movie technology is streaming. Like, we're in the middle of it now. Is streaming services.
That's boring.
That is boring, but that's the truth. But the problem, again, is, one, the technology still isn't there, because I think the most recent episode of... Well, not the most recent episode, but episode 3 of Game of Thrones showed that, which is the bit rate and the streaming that is going on there is just not good enough for the quality of the product that's being put out.
Yeah.
And then we've, as we said in that Netflix episode we did, which was like episode 3 of the podcast, where
While back.
It's like the movies that are coming out for streaming are the movies that shouldn't have been made because there were scripts sitting in someone's desk that thought, nah, this isn't worth it.
This won't work.
That one that just came out somewhat recently with Stanley Tucci called The Silence, where they're literally like, A Quiet Place and Bird Box were successful, so let's just get that Silence script out of Dan's
let's just give it a bash.
desk and just fucking make it.
Yeah.
I generally think the only steps in technology currently are weirdly steps back into the past with people like Nolan and Tarantino and their use of original Panavision 70mm cameras and film. So weirdly we're going back to that, and because, I mean, digital filming is obviously great, but not for everyone.
Yeah, I find it mad that back in the day when film was the norm. So, and I'm talking way back in the day. So what's that physical comedian, Buster Keaton, who would literally drop a house on himself.
Yeah.
And then if they'd fucked the take, that was it.
He's dead.
Well, no, like even if the stunt went well, if the camera knocked over, if the camera wasn't recording or something, did you get that? Nah, man, the film overexposed, so it's
dust got into the
dust
the
got in,
lens.
yeah, it's gone. So that whole thing wasted. Can we do it again? No, don't have the money. It's just mad to think how far we've come. To
like going back and watching those old like Buster Keaton or the Charlie Chaplins or stuff, or even like what Jackie Chan was doing in like the 80s in Asian cinema when there was no money in Asian cinema. It was like fucking insane to what, and we look at it now where it's like it's all unionized and protected and safe, and they've got CGI out the fucking wazoo where they can make movies like The Meg starring Jason Statham, but he fights a 60-foot shark. It's just like,
did you see back? Was it Iron Man 1 or Iron Man 2? Maybe the Avengers film, actually. The only way that Marvel at the time could get it into China was by adding...
It was Iron Man 3.
It was Iron Man 3.
They
adding
added
an extra 3 minutes of footage of Iron Man coming down and shaking hands with Kim Jong.
No,
Korea.
it's the Iron Patriot shows up in China and shakes the hand of the Chinese president.
That was it.
And then like salutes the Chinese army or something like that, and then flies away.
Like never comes. Obviously, the actor wasn't paid to do it, so they've just CGI'd it, and it's terrible.
Also, that so surprising that then Iron Man 3 went on to make so much fucking money because China were just like, okay, we'll give you all of our money, thank you. I mean, maybe that's the next step in cinema. It's just like, because we're fully in it now, but it's like, hey, let's put a scene in here for China. Because remember, like 4th or 5th or 17th Transformer film, where the film ends. There's a clear end in that film, and then it starts its next 30-minute short story in China, where they just have scenes in China with Chinese advertising and Chinese products. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is the literal death of cinema before my very eyes.
It's happening right now.
And of course, it was Michael Bay who did it. The fucking whore of marketing he is.
So yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else you want to talk about with Avatar?
I mean, just that movie just boggles my fucking. I want to go back. Do I want to go back and watch it? I don't think I do. But it's just Endgame deserves to be a movie that finally takes Avatar off of the top spot. And then hopefully, this can't happen because it's financially impossible.
Either way, Disney's winning.
I guess because Disney now has Avatar. Yeah.
Really?
Because
they
of the
own
Fox
them both.
merger. Because Fox were the production company that did Avatar, but now Disney's bought Fox and has their TV and movie licenses, so they now own Avatar and Titanic and all of the Marvel movies and Star Wars.
Go capitalism!
Isn't there something that's meant to stop Disney from being able to just suck up every?
Yeah, there are laws, but then Disney just pays off the lawmakers, and it just doesn't. They just get to do it anyway.
Because Disney's the reason the copyright law is the way it is as well, isn't it?
Because of the whole Mickey Mouse thing.
Yeah, they don't.
They literally just changed the law because
the 3 circles Mickey Mouse ears was about to come out of copyright law, and they changed the law to allow them to do something that they shouldn't have been able to do. I
mean, at this point, Disney's its own. It's like Apple; it's its own country. Yeah. It has more money than a lot of countries. It's terrible. In fact, that's the next stage in evolution.
Episode never sees the light of day. We know what's happened.
Yeah, they've come and shut us down. They've taken Audio Boy's laptop away, and he's like, okay, fine, it's a shit laptop anyway, but bye-bye.
Whatevs.
We were like, we got to meet a Disney executive.
What was his name? Bob Eisner.
Bob Iger? Bob Iger.
Bob Iger comes.
Who's stepping...
Sorry, boys.
I have to take the laptop and the mic stand that doesn't work. No, Bob Iger, not the mic stand.
I've listened to a few of your episodes. Get some better equipment.
Here,
fuck you, Bob Iger.
I have this Mickey Mouse branded mic stand, but there's big fuck off ears on it. It looks stupid. It's like, but you will use it. Okay, Bob Iger.
Cheers, Bob Iger. Cheers, Disney. Hey, Disney, if you send us a bunch of free equipment, we'll shout you out.
Disney,
but in a good light.
Make mic stands that look like lightsabers.
Really, like if they were giving me all that equipment, I would go full like you've seen that that Kermit photo.
We go full Michael Bay,
where it's just like he's just opening his cheeks wide. I would fully accept all of Disney's money.
Are you saying that the Meandering Movie Podcast, with its individual and non-controlled opinions, would happily bend over and take the full load of Disney in it?
At this point, you hear
Mate,
it.
I'd disown you in a heartbeat for that kind of money.
At this point, you hear a loud rattling noise, and and the mics get knocked over. We do an audio beep, and then, hey, Gav, I just wanted to say I would like to retract my statements about Dumbo a while ago. I actually loved that movie, and I'm really excited for the full roster of Disney films coming out, including, but not limited to.
Meanwhile, I'm out there on the boat, the rock style with Bill Nye, and on the sea, doing the kind of hard-hitting...
Pirate
Meandering Movie Podcast, where I won't be controlled by Disney, and even though they're sending out those German subs to sink my boat, I will stand true and talk honestly about movies. Disney, your films are shite and also good.
Remember, you can find this podcast on iTunes.
Podcasting has kind of ruined the idea of pirate radio, hasn't it? Because you can just... You make your own podcast. You can say whatever the fuck you want.
I mean, we do that. They were playing music as well.
Oh yeah,
was kind of the whole thing.
We should play music in our podcast.
I mean, we do.
We did that once, and I'm still afraid that's going to get taken down at any time.
No one gives a fuck about Ronan Keating.
Nobody gives a fuck about the MMP. Nobody.
I mean, we do.
Put a Disney song in at the end of this one.
Is it bad that it took me a minute when you said the MMP? That I was like, "What's the MMP?"
We're
like,
the MMP.
Oh wait, no, that's us.
We're the MMP.
Yeah, either put in the theme tune to Avatar or a Disney song. I command it.
Wait, I love.
No, that'll get taken down immediately.
No, here's a fun thing. It will. Here's a fun experiment. I want you to put a song at the end of this, and it's maybe a song from Avatar, or it's maybe not. But no one will fucking know.
Oh no! I remember.
You couldn't tell me one
song
song that was in Avatar.
Is this one?
What that was
that a song from Avatar? Yes or no?
No.
That sounded like the start of the Lion King to me.
I was gonna say it's like one of the choruses of monks from the Star Wars.
Go go watch Avatar. You'll hear that.
Also, I just said the Star Wars. So
The Star Wars.
ladies and gentlemen, we're not playing footsie anymore. You have taken the full grip of Disney's cock and are shading.
I'll milk it.
Yeah, that's what you're milking it.
I'll milk it for every pound it's worth.
Oh, and it's worth a lot of
The
pounds.
Gary Gavin shippers are loving this right now.
Suckle on the teat of the Disney.
Oh, do you think we'll ever get
Others.
shipped? You think, Tumblr doesn't exist anymore, so people won't write fan
Tumblr
fiction.
exists.
Yeah, but you can't do
It's
sex on it
no
anymore.
porn anymore.
I want people to write a fan fiction.
Censorship.
That's right. Here's a request. Go on to one of our social medias.
Hey,
In fact,
hey, 9 listeners.
hey, 9 listeners.
If one of you loves writing over-the-top porn, then Gav has a request for you.
We have an email. It's the meanderingmoviepodcast@gmail.com. I want you to write a fan fiction involving Gary and I, and we'll read it out on a podcast.
On that, I think we should wrap it. I feel like we've got nothing else to contribute to Avatar.
I mean, Avatar doesn't have anything to contribute either.
I'm Gary Copeland.
I'm the big badger Gav? What was I said?
You're the big ball bag, Gav.
I'm not a ball bag.
You can get in touch with us, as Gavin said, at the Meandering Movie Podcast email, which is
Moviepodcast@gmail.com. Why can you never remember it?
I can't remember emails.
I guess you don't look at that email either, so it doesn't
I
help.
do. I've got it on my phone.
No, you don't.
Thought I had it on my phone. No,
I've got it on my phone. It's fine.
Have you? Do you check the emails?
I mean,
Don't get on your high horse, you bastard.
not in the last week.
You can get in touch with us on Facebook by searching for the Meandering Movie Podcast, Twitter @MeanderingPod, and Instagram, just looking for the Meandering Movie Podcast again.
Also, don't forget to head on over to iTunes and leave a review.
Leave a review. And tell your friends.
Or maybe go onto one of the social medias and leave us a wee review of your thoughts on it. And
Wherever you want to talk to us.
And we'll read it out the podcast because we are whores for your praise.
Come say hi.
That sounded naughty the way you said that. Come say hi.
Philip, what Disney song are you putting at the end of this?
Fucking your farts, man. Good God.
Well, enjoy the melody.
Of Gary's farts.
And let's fucking end it. Oh, that was a real mess.